Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's live meditation. This week, we are journeying with the Queen, and she is a glorious energy to embody. And as always, I like to share a bit of teaching prior to going into a practice. Hi, beautiful Deb. Thank you for joining me live, beautiful woman. And there has been a significant message that's been brought home with the Queen that I'm really excited to expand consciousness with you all here this morning. So I want to start with the Queen archetype is an energy that we are deepening into in the spiritual directorship course program that I'm currently doing with the Institute for Intuitive Intelligence. Hi, Heather. Thank you for joining me. And hello, Tammy. And the Queen is this really potent energy. And what's been coming home for me with her is that is the rise of the paradigm where we are energy first, physical second. And that is a paradigm that is presenting itself in all manners of our life, in our business, in our health, and our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies, in our relationships, in literally everything. The way that we show up in the world is energy first, physical second. And the Queen is really bringing this in with her, bringing this home with her as a non-negotiable truth and way that we should be living from this paradigm. And it really challenges the patriarchal paradigm, the paradigm where we must do, we must slog it at work, we must work, 70 plus hours and still be, getting paycheck to paycheck, living from this place of exhaustion, constant exhaustion, because we are constantly physically doing things. We're living from the paradigm that we physically do the things to then reap the rewards. And it is such a old and expired paradigm. And there is a significant amount of, work that needs to be done on an energetic level to shift from one to the other. And what's been really interesting is that this, and it's been coming through with myself. I realized this morning when I was recording a recording for a service that I'm in the process of creating, which I have been doing a lot of the energetic work for, and now beginning to bridge that into a physical, tangible experience for people. And what came through was how resistant I am to relaxing and how afraid I am of actually just stopping, because there is this fear that if I stopped and if I paused and if I just relaxed for a moment, that everything that I have done would collapse. And that is so symbolic to what we're experiencing in this unknown phase of the world, of life that as we know it. There is this absolute fear that if we stop for long periods of time, that everything that we have worked so hard to create would burn to the ground. And the reality is there is an element of, my kids have sticky taped everything. There is an element of burning away of old structures and systems that does need to happen. And as long as we resist that and we are hold onto fears around that, we are creating suffering around that. So I wanted to kind of give this a little bit of context for you. So prior to starting my own business as an intuitive guide and a creative channel, I have a company. I'm a company director of a construction company, and it is the most patriarchal field that I could ever have created a business in, and it has come to a point where it is no longer congruent for me, because there's huge limitations that I have to work through in order to make a significant change in this field. I was talking with somebody this morning, and what came to me is like I literally feel like a David and Goliath, where I'm facing this corporate masculine world where it's cutthroat, where massive companies are, they don't want to pay what people are worth. They want to pay what increases their profit at the end of the day. And it's so far away from the paradigm that I am wanting to lead, as with the queen archetype, and with the rising age that we are all responsible for bringing in. And so my construction company is that model where you must work incredibly hard, sacrifice your family and spending quality time with your family, sacrifice your health because you need to be constantly grinding in order to bring that paycheck in, and still that paycheck isn't enough because the people that you are putting yourselves out in front of there for don't want to pay what you're actually worth. And it's just this never-ending cycle of grind for no gain. And so, now I'm in a position where I'm starting up a business as an intuitive guide, which is the complete opposite end. It is very feminine. It is embracing the woo-woo. And it is based and built on the paradigm of energy first, physical second. So when I show up for you every single week, this is me showing up with every single day, priming my energy, priming the vibration that I present to you when I show up in front of you every week. And that is entirely in how I how I'm priming myself to be able to do that. I know that I could not get up in front of you without priming my energy first. And, I think maybe not even 12 months ago, I did my first ever live in front of my family. And that was just terrifying. I think it wasn't that much longer prior to that. I had done lives in a very small, intimate, private group. There was maybe 3 or 4 people, and that was still terrifying. I would shake and clamor up, and it was just really scary. But and I think now even, things, I'm still quite stammery, but I'm confidently stammery. And it's taken a lot of energetic work for me to be able to shift into this physical body that is, sitting before you today, through this paradigm that we are energy first, physical second. In this program that I'm currently designing, same thing, the intention of this membership that I'm creating is that we show up unlimited by meeting with ourselves as energetic, pure, unlimited consciousness first, and then allowing that feeling state, that vibration that we conjure and we cultivate and curate within us, to then shift physically to our outer body. And we do that through moving our bodies. And sometimes it's not actually always physically moving, because the power of our imagination is where, that is the truth of our energy. Our imagination is the bridge from us to bring energy into physical. So we are just equally, if not more profoundly powerful when we can visualize and imagine us moving our bodies a certain way to demonstrate or embody a certain frequency and vibration. And so the Queen has been a really, really, she's just she won't take any other bullshit as a response. She's unafraid to do the work, to lead by example, to show and meet with the paradigm that is fucking terrified of her showing up in this fierce and powerful way. She is unafraid to do that because she knows and trusts in herself, in what she has cultivated and curated from her own energetic imprint that is largely known across the world, across the universe. It is an energetic imprint that has become so much more powerful by those who are attuned to her, and that collectively is raising what it is that she is here to present with you today. So I also, actually, no, what I might do is I might save that for a whole entire another live. I really wanted to share with you the shadow of the Queen, because for me, that was the aha moment. The energetic, the archetype of the Queen. She has a really powerful light aspect. But for me, it was when I got to know her shadow and how she is very much ingrained within me from that shadow sort of point of view that I was like, oh, right. And I just find it so interesting. So what I might do is Thursday morning, I will commit to coming back in and we can have a chat about the Queen's shadow. But what I'm here to do today is to guide you within to meet with your inner archetypal queen who exists within all of us at all times. If you are familiar with the law of mentalism, that tells us that all is one. So we are going to be journeying within to create that dialogue, to open ourselves up to the frequency and vibration that the queen presents and is bringing us to support us in the rise of the new paradigm that we are energy first, physical second. So if you are with me live today or going to be catching the replay, I invite you now to close down your eyes and begin to deepen your breath. Breathing in through the nose, filling your belly as much as possible, and hold at the top. Noticing any resistance or tension you might be feeling in your body, not wanting to enter into this space with me today, and letting it all go out through the mouth with an audible sigh. And we're going to do 2 more deep, purifying, anchoring breaths together now, drawing in through the nose, filling your belly as much as possible, and when you exhale, allowing yourself to drop even more deeply into your chair. And on this final breath in through the nose, filling your belly as much as possible, give yourself permission to soften into this brief yet everlasting moment in time that we can commit to relaxation, regeneration, and restoration as we privilege our truth that we are, in fact, energy first, physical second, and exhale now. Letting your breath return to its own natural rhythm now. And with your eyes closed and your breath deepened, we signify to the nervous system that we are safe to be here. Bringing 2 fingers to the center of your chest. And this physical touch identifies that we are diverting out of the cranial mind, that analytical mind that wants to dissect and pick apart everything that the universe delivers to us. And we are signifying that we are dropping into the intelligence of our heart. Hear, see, feel, or know that there is a spark of light at the center of your chest. And with each breath in and out, this light begins to grow. With every inhale and exhale, this light stretches from you like wildfire. And in an instant, you see it encompassing and encircling the entire globe. The light of your consciousness bathing the entire planet. And in this moment, all those who have participated live or will catch the replay, we have merged as one, and together we amplify and accelerate in our truth that we are energy first, physical second. See before you a door. Notice the size, the color, and the shape of the door. And you knock on this door and it opens before you with ease and grace. And you take a step through this doorway and find yourself in a vast forest where ancient trees stretch high above you. And there is a pathway before you. And you follow this pathway with curiosity, though it feels as though you have been here before, walked this path before. And as you follow this pathway, you stretch out your fingers to brush your hands across the trunks of the trees. Notice how, as you touch them, you feel this electricity coursing through your body as though the trees are offering you peace of their heart and soul. And you find yourself approaching a clearing now. And in this clearing, before you stands a magnificent castle. Noticing now how this castle has presented itself to you. Is it made of stone or trees? Perhaps it is made of trees and nature itself. And atop of this, there is a stairway, these vast stairs leading to an opening or an entryway. And atop of the stairs, you look up and you see the Queen. The instant that you lay your eyes upon her, feel this shudder or this energy coursing through your body from your own crown of your head, moving its way down your body, through your tailbone and out, down your feet and into the earth, noticing how this vibration is moving itself through you. And you begin to make your way up the stairs towards the Queen. And the whole while, she looks upon you with this fierce, piercing gaze, though you do not feel anything but curiosity. It is though, as she looks upon you, you feel this magnetic draw to her that is pulling you in, inviting you, drawing you closer and closer to be, until you are standing before her. Her eminence and grace bathing you now as she looks deep into your soul, unwavering in her gaze upon you. And you hold her gaze in return. Keep breathing. And you see the Queen now. And for the first time, she breaks her gaze. And she takes the crown that she has upon her head and she places it upon your head. The instant that this crown, you feel the weight of it on your crown now, and just feel that melting into you, shifting you, elevating you. And if you have any fears surfacing around you're not being worthy to wear this crown, then I invite you to just notice that fear or anything that might be surfacing over your place in being adorned by this fierce and powerful energy. And just allowing those feelings, that resistance, that unworthiness to melt away as the Queen now bows before you with humility and grace. And as she rises again, her head held high, beckoning you to do the same and to raise your head in honor and reverence of this as your true nature. And she says to you now, we have work to do, my Queen. The world is collapsing, and we are here to support them to rise. Do not be afraid to lead and to rule, for that is your birthright. And it is non-negotiable, dear Queen. You have everything within you to serve your people from the rising paradigm, showing them that they are energy first, and that everything that follows them in their physical reality is a reflection of the energy that they correspond and emit into physical reality. And it is imperative that you take self-responsibility in owning that, because it is in the owning of that that you adorn yourself with the jewels of your power. And every time you meet with yourself in true self-responsibility, in servitude of our people, you increase your power to serve. And the people will come. They will be magnetized to you without knowing why. They will feel themselves being pulled to you, knowing without knowing that what you offer them is far beyond what the collapsing world has ever given them. Do not shy away from this responsibility. Own it, wear it as the crown of worthiness. This is your true nature, my Queen. And it is my privilege to serve you. taking your hands to prayer position over your heart. See the Queen mirroring your every movement, and bow to her as she bows to you. You notice beside you is a doorway, and sense that it is time for you to enter back into the physical world. Feel the readiness. Feel the willingness. Feel your capacity to serve in all of the magnitude that you can and are of service. Know that you can enter this castle at any time. As you make your way back towards this door, you step through it, finding yourself back in your seat, back in your physical body, feeling lighter, taller, higher, more magnetic than before, more invigorated than before. Bring some gentle movement back to your body. Take a deep breath in and let it all go. And when you are ready, blink open your eyes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is my privilege to serve you and to lead in this paradigm that we are energy first, physical second. Rise up, my queens. We've got work to do. And on that note, I am going to honor my need to relax, and I am going to hop off and go for a massage. We have energy evaluations tomorrow, so if you would like to receive, make sure you leave a comment, and I will see you at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow to lift, shift vibrations and lead again in this paradigm that we are energy first, physical second, every single day. That is the task of this collapsing world and the rising world. Alrighty, everybody. So much love to you all, and thank you all for joining me live or catching the replay. I will see you soon.